voice. This is just a proposal. Every single thing about you.
I'm not doing anything. Why did you just go down on your knees like what I mean? What's your problem?
Why are you shouting? You're embarrassing me. Why in public? No, don't tell me that. How will you tell me to kneel down? Then come back here. No, what's wrong with you? Come here. What's wrong?
Wait.
It was from scripture that I saw that kneeling down to propose was satanic. Most people think it's romantic. Go into the house and propose. Either find the wife, find a good thing and obtain it. What are you bringing to social media for? Must everything be on social media? People now kneel down to propose. How can the Lord kneel down to propose to his subject? It's like they say they want to ordain the king of this country, but they say the king will lie down. The Lord over the woman is now kneeling down to propose to the woman, and tomorrow he wants to be Lord over her. It doesn't work. What we think is romantic is Satan orchestrating our downfall. Marriages are failing because women are now thinking men are not romantic. But please, can you show me anywhere in the scripture, this romance that we talk now, that we read, anybody in the entire scripture, including Jesus, who was romantic? Sarah called Abraham Lord. Was that romantic? My Lord. It was not. The Proverbs 31 woman is not the one who lies down on the man's head. He's the one who watches over the house while the man is doing the work of God outside. All this, where have you been since? All this is Satan. He said we shouldn't add to the truth nor subtract from the truth. Let's put spade to spade. All this nonsense. That's why women are thinking that marriage is purpose. Discover purpose so that when you marry, purpose will align. You don't have where you are going. That's why you are looking for romance. Because if you have purpose and I have purpose and we are both running with purpose, you will discover that we are fulfilling destiny and you will not be looking for romance. Don't try it again.
A man should never kneel before a woman. Don't try that nonsense. You don't kneel before a woman. You are the head of the woman. You don't kneel before a woman. You don't do that. That's completely unacceptable. And the moment you kneel, she will control your life. You've given your loyalty to her. It's your right to protect the woman. She is the one that must kneel for you to engage her. Before you engage your wife, she must kneel. That I am here submissive to you. Do you know what kneeling means? Submissiveness. That's the place of the woman. The man is the king. The man should stand as a man. And the woman must kneel, then you put the ring. Never kneel to propose to a woman. You don't do that. You've already mixed up the foundation. The woman, once you show that ring, she's the one to what? Kneel. Stretch her what? Finger. Then the king puts the ring and say, "You are my queen." Then the king lifts her what? Up. Stand. And stand by my side.
Welcome back. Now, the video you watched is trending on social media right now. The first one is that of a young man who, if not for skit, because people even go nude. I mean, husband and wife, they go nude for content. It's a crazy world that we live in. You might not be able to differentiate between reality and what is not real. But regardless, this is important. Very important. We got it wrong. We got it wrong from the beginning as Africans. Africans are the only race that are not proud of their identity and culture. And where did this all come from? It came from the colonial masters. They demonize everything that came from Africans. Of course, if you want to oppress people, you want to enslave people, you need to make them feel, and you also need to deceive yourself that you are superior and that they are less. African women, wake up, wake up. Probably you're listening to me and you are of the school of thought that your natural hair is not good enough. There is so much hassle, the texture of it, so you need your wig. Now, I'm not saying wigs are not worn by Caucasian that that have that, long and all of that. Every race with their challenges and what they choose to build upon. Now, let us keep that aside. When it comes to marriage, let us look at the proposal and all of that. Africans have their own way or ways of proposing. And if you're a Christian, if that is your go-to place, and you choose to look at the Jewish culture and tradition, and because they are the example that God wants, in quote, the present Christians to follow, and you choose to. If you're a Muslim, the thing is this: it is not written in the Bible, neither is it written, and I second what those preachers said. It is not in the Bible, meaning it is not a Jewish culture, neither is it African culture. It is a culture of Gentiles. Gentiles to kneel and propose to a woman. Africans do not kneel to propose. There are other ways, subtle ways. Some, it could be the family connecting each other and then linking them together. They get to know each other, and then they have their ways of, will you marry me? It could be a certain fruit. It could be a certain, there is always a symbolic identifier or object. It could be verbal. It could be any way. Everyone has their way. And it is acceptable in that tribe, ethnic group, or race. But Africans, they are the only one that chose till present to lose their identity. They are the only ones that will bear foreign names, Caucasian names, Arab names, and they will fight and guide it with all that they have. They are the only ones that believe so strongly that, in quote, white wedding is wedding. The one that you did where your parents blessed the union is not wedding. Only Africans, they are lost. Name, lost. Even the colonial masters that named their country, some of them will fight you to finish that Nigeria should continue to be Niger or Niger area. They will fight you. Some few countries changed their name, the name of their country, which is a step. Changing the name is not enough. Changing the way you think. If you do not have that identity, I'm not saying you cannot take good from other race, other ethnic group and all of that. No man is an island. A single tree cannot make up a forest. But you should retain that good identity of yours, which is a man. It is never in the history that Africans take advantage of women per se, like in the real sense of it. Yes, all races have their good and bad. There are laws that are supposed to be put in place to protect, to keep sanity. Yes, if you look at the Bible and some culture here and there are certain patriarchal law that sort of tends to tilt towards the direction of men, like in favor of them to an extent. Okay, life is getting better. We are balancing things up. But tell me what it indicates, what it means you're in a relationship with a woman. Let us even look at a relationship. I'm not saying that's where all relationships are. A relationship where the man is the provider, relationship. You are now kneeling down to propose. As in what? Are you bringing down your, I'm the head of the family or what? I don't really get. What is the purpose of it? Like, maybe she's not going to accept. I'm asking, so let me kneel. And maybe she will accept and say, yes, I will marry you. I don't get that part of it. It's not in our culture. And I want us to look at the common sense of it, or if there is something rooted into it. Only Africans have embraced everything that is not theirs. Arabs don't marry that way. Asians don't marry that way. Only Africans. Is it as a result of the slave trade and all of that? You will find African women fighting to finish. We must do white wedding. If it's not white wedding, they are not married. They pick on someone else's culture and they are ready to die with it. With the same foreign hair, Indian hair, that they cut off to release negative energy, they want to put it on their head. and they will fight to finish to have it. Fight to finish to have it. Look at what happened there. I think that gentleman missed a bullet. That's basically what it is, because that kind of woman, regardless of how it is, she probably did not discuss it or whatever. These are some of the things you need to discuss in your relationship. Is it that the person stays or go? You guys need to have an understanding of where you stand. I'm not saying be a narcissistic. I'm not saying be someone who is so rigid. There are times that you want to do certain things in a certain way and you don't even know why. You cannot even prove. You have to sit down and discuss it. Let it be intellectual debate. Let it be, you guys search yourself. What are the things that we should not bother about? What are the things that we should hold firmly to? If they had both talked about some of these things, there will be an embarrassment. You will know where you stand. She will know where she stands. Like every other guy. Why is mine different? Go down on your knees. Who are you for me to go down? You are supposed to be my helpmate, my partner. I don't want to go down. Why can't we sit? Why don't you go down? Why can't we go down together? Moreover, why should you go down as African? It's a cultural thing. It's a problem here. And we are having this, it's a total mess. It's a total mess. And now, does going down on your knees, does it make your marriage work? Does it keep the union together? Does it make the man not cheat or the woman not cheat? No. At the end of the day, oh, just do it. That's because majority that are Africans, brown skin, their brains are suspended. They don't think well. They have chosen not to think. They will, in fact, they will struggle, fight you to protect the culture of someone else, the way of life of somebody else, to lose their own identity. Name, not theirs. Name of their country, not theirs. Marriage, not theirs. White wedding. I've never even seen anybody white. Not that I have anything against people that choose to call themselves white and choose to call you black. I've never seen anybody black per se. I've only seen different shades of brown. And I've seen peach. So, why in all love or, let's say, association of this same Caucasian that you are willing to just embrace their culture and wallow in it, how come none of them, during the course of missionary work, visitation, how come none of them have taken upon themselves any African name? Because they say you are pagans. Your life is pagan. You are dirty. You are a sinner. There's nothing good. So none of them will look and say, oh, I'm going to pick on this name. This name says God is great in this language, and I want to name my child. No, they won't. But you will die to keep that name. In fact, if you are asked, what's your name? The first you want to tell the other person is that slave name that you have. The one that, that's the one you want to tell people. You are so proud of it because you have lost your identity, and it keeps going from generation to generation. Mister, you have dodged a bullet. I would advise you, that girl, zero her out of your life. She has a lot to go. Let her look for a man that will kneel down and even prostrate and be rolling on the floor if that is what she needs. You need a woman that can connect to your thoughts, connect to you, that you can also connect to. Both of you can share together. Not that kind of girl. Look at the way she's screaming and misbehaving. Like, go on. She's not doing it for love. If she really loves you, she'll be like, okay, babe, regardless, I'm so appreciative of what you are doing or what you have done here. I'm so glad for it. It's together. She is more interested in your kneeling down. Look at the other video that you watched. You saw the lady knelt and the man, because they both understand you are the head. The head must not be, two captains cannot lead a boat. I'm not saying that all men are smart in a relationship or marriage, but biologically they've been placed that way, and two people cannot manage a house and control it at the same time. There are times that you give your wife and she knows what to do. You don't know. Doesn't mean that you're stupid, but that is how it's supposed to be. She's supposed to be there in strength for you. Once everyone realizes their duty, their position and all of that, we will have less of this issue. Struggle. It's the truth. Look at what's going on. And more of this. I'm glad that this happened, because it will begin to reshape this generation. It will begin to reshape their thought that there are certain things that need to be done away with. If you are African, you're getting married to an African, Marry as Africans do. There is nothing like white wedding. If you are Indian, marrying to an African, both of you can connect and decide on, oh, we're going to do it in the Indian way too. Because you're marrying into someone else's culture. If you're European, whatever, African, then you guys can connect and say, okay, let's do white wedding as part of our, because you're getting married to a Caucasian, peach wedding, Caucasian wedding, whatever you want to call it. African to African, imagine. What is white wedding? What does it mean? Why don't you do Indian wedding? Or Chinese wedding? Pakistan wedding? Why? Why white wedding? Why? These are where we got all of these things wrong. Proposing, kneeling down, and all of these shenanigans. I don't know what your thoughts are. I know women are listening to me. Maybe your husband proposed to you kneeling, and you love it so much. What do you think? Drop your comments.